In today's video, I'd like to share with you this laser engraver, the LaserPecker 4. Maybe you saw my previous video of the LaserPecker 4. Today's video shows you even more about this laser engraver, going through 10 different project ideas. This laser's rotary extension is a really great add-on and I love using it. So many project possibilities when using this, and I'll show you a few now. When laser engraving, make sure you're in a well-ventilated space. I like to work outdoors, and don't forget the protective goggles, never looking directly at the laser. This laser works via an app, and so I have this here on my mobile. It's fairly easy to input your design, set up the parameters, and then begin engraving. I just find a little bit of trial and error, see what works for you, and it's really satisfying to see the results come alive. There are various attachments for this rotary extension, and these allow you to do most cylindrical to cone items. This handy attachment allows you to rest and support your piece at whichever height or angle you wish. Every time we set up a new project, we need to focus the laser, and two little red dots appear, and once they become one, it's then in focus. The laser moves up and down really easy, as you saw there, just by a touch of a button. I do lots of work with clay, and now I have a really lovely personalised rolling pin. For this next one, I designed a little logo on Illustrator, then sent it to my phone, then saved it to my picture gallery. When engraving on glass, I take a permanent marker pen to the surface. This gives the laser a definite surface to engrave on, as you can't engrave on highly reflective surfaces. As the laser works, the rotary gradually rotates. At this stage I use an alcohol swab to clear the permanent pen off, which then reveals our lovely design. If you're new to this, it's a good idea to practice first on something you're not precious about, to get a feel for it and see what settings work well for you. As well as using your gallery, you can go into create mode and type whatever you wish, and you can of course rotate everything so that you can get it where you need it. I don't know if you've noticed, but part of the instructions on my app are actually in Chinese. I've just translated these and I know what they now mean. This doesn't appear for everyone, and I'm sure at some point the app will update. Here we have another design that I drew on Illustrator to show you this laser's cutting ability. I plan to make a little key fob out of leather, but I first of all have a piece of felt here to test out the design first, and as you saw, it only took 17 seconds to cut it out. Once I was happy with the design, I got this piece of thick suede to cut out my key fob. As you can see, this laser opens up so many possibilities for so many different project ideas. It's really nice to be able to cut out these unique shapes using our laser, and so I'm going to go back to using some wood and show you another couple of little projects. I've designed these little earrings and we're going to be cutting these out of the wood. 100% power as with the engraving, but much deeper on the depth so that we can cleanly cut through this wood. Quite a lot of smoke is produced when engraving and cutting the wood, so I do recommend a lot of ventilation, or as I do, I'm still outside here. And I do have a mask as well for when that's necessary. These have cut out really well, and you can go even more intricate like I did with these tiny ones, and of course you could cut out any text and any shapes you wish. To give a little more detail with these wooden engraved earrings, I just add a little bit of cotton thread, threading it through with a needle and adding just a tiny bit of glue either end. I cut some more suede and made these into some really lovely unique earrings. You can personalise almost anything with this dual light source laser engraver, and it's really great to think that you can make unique personalised gifts. There are lots of different parameters you can change to get different effects when burning onto things like the wood. So the more powerful you go, obviously the more darker it burns and the deeper it burns, or you could go for a more subtle effect. I often engrave in the BIN setting, but this one here is using the grey setting, and it just takes that little bit longer to laser engrave. If ever you think you haven't gone dark enough, you can always press repeat and it will repeat So when you begin laser engraving, I just suggest that you get lots of cheap items like this and just get practicing. My friends and family have certainly enjoyed receiving some of these as gifts. I have a piece of recycled box here and I am engraving a little logo on it, and then you can cut this out. Just think of all the gift tags and all the lovely items you could make like this. Here I have the slide extension add-on, and this should allow us to either batch engrave or engrave a much larger space than the 10 by 10. I need to work on this to get this a little bit more perfect, but hopefully you get the idea. As the laser works, the sliding bed moves along. But without these add-ons, there's still so much you can do, and here it is working, burning on this photograph. You can play around with these settings till you just get it as you'd like it. Hopefully that gave you more of an insight into the LaserPecker 4, and I hope you enjoyed the video and you come back to see some more of my creative videos. Thanks for watching, bye for now.